Okay, everybody, welcome to our council meeting, this public meeting this evening. This is Stanford
United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This begins our public meeting this evening. Stephanie, would you please call the roll?
Mr. Ritter.
Here.
Mr. Ward.
Here.
Mr. Rogers.
Here.
Mr. Esposito.
Here.
Mr. Dunbar.
Here.
Mr. Vazano. Mayor Liscan.
Here. First, we need a motion to approve the minutes of 2:10 and 2:16 and 2:19.
Motion.
Mr. Ritter moves, I need a second. Second by Mr. Ward. Call the vote to approve those minutes.
Mr. Ritter.
Yes.
Mr. Ward.
Yes.
Mr. Rogers.
Yes.
Mr. Esposito.
Yes.
Mr. Dunbar.
Yes.
Mayor Liscan.
Yes. Our first item of business is a commendation of the 182nd anniversary of the St. Luke AME Zion Church. And Mr. Ward is going to make that accommodation. Mr. Ward, would you please present that?
Is the pastor of St. Luke AME Zion Church here for the church leadership team? I believe Ms. Bobby Bailey is going to join you. She's going to yell at me later. Holding her off. I'll say this. Thank you, Aunt Bobby. St. Luke AME Zion Church, the 182nd anniversary. Whereas in 1844, St. Luke AME Zion Church was organized in Isabel Taylor's home to meet the needs of African American community in Lawrence County. And in St. Luke AME Zion Church is the oldest black congregation and one of the oldest churches in Lawrence County. And as the congregation grew, a lot was purchased, and their first church was erected on North Shenango Street with a seating capacity of 125. Whereas, seeing that an expansion was needed again, the church was moved to Lincoln Avenue, and the church continued to grow, and a new church was built at 119th Elm Street. And it was dedicated on September 6, 1891. The church remained at this location for over 7 decades. October 11, 1981, the new building, located at 603 Harbor Street, was dedicated under the leadership of Reverend Robert W. Lewis Sr. And whereas St. Luke AME Zion Church is a beacon of light, hope, healing, and wholeness. And whereas St. Luke AME Zion Church members influenced his impact, the city of Newcastle and Lawrence County by creating positive role models. And whereas St. Luke AME Zion Church is a testimony to the ingenuity, labor of love, and persistence of its 7 founders and current members who bring healing and help to our community. Now, therefore, we, the mayor, members of City Council of the City of Newcastle, Pennsylvania, do hereby deem it an honor and pleasure to extend my recognition to St. Luke AME Zion Church on the occasion of its 182nd anniversary in the City of Newcastle, PA, signed and sealed by the Mayor of Newcastle and City Council members David Ward, Eddie Bogart, Terry Rogers, Robert Rosando, Eric Ritter, and David Esposito. Congratulations.
Okay. Next, we have a presentation by our district attorney, Josh Lamacuza. Josh, would you please come on?
Mayor, council, gentlemen, lady, it's not really a presentation, it's more of a request. The district attorney's office is in the planning stages of doing the ice skating rink again within Lawrence County, and we want to place it in approximately the same location we visited before, but we would like to move it onto the grassy area. And I'm aware that there's an ongoing redevelopment project that is currently being undertaken by the city. I have had a chance to speak with Councilman Esposito, and I did forward to him the contract contract which lays out some of the specifications for the ice skating rink. I would like the opportunity to go out to the site with Mr. Esposito, assuming of course the city would grant permission to place the ice skating rink on that grassy area where the former First Merit building was. The ice skating rink will be similar to what it was the last 2 years. It's a 40 by 80 ice skating rink that will provide a free skating experience for pretty much anyone. You don't even have to be residents of Lawrence County. Skates are provided, if someone's out there. Skates will be provided, and there'll be music. Typically, we work out agreement with the Newcastle Police Department. They'll provide security, district attorney's office, through some of our detectives will also provide security. Although in the past, we've never had a problem, and of course, the cost will be covered by donations. Not requesting anything from the city other than the location, and the city would be willing to cover the cost of electricity that is experienced for the ice skating rink. We are looking at running it opening dates the same day as the holiday parade. So it opens the same day the parade is and runs for a period of 30 days. That seems to be a good time for the city during the holidays, but I am concerned about the ongoing project that you have. I want to make sure that the ice skating rink does not interfere with that project, and also that there's going to be space accommodations so we can put the rink there.
And you already have the plot figured out at this point, correct?
Well, at the general location, yes. Where it was in the past was in the parking lot right across the street from the Temple Building. We would like to move it to the grass. I know that's in an area where your redevelopment project is currently planned.
We are going to make that able to accommodate the rink. I've discussed this with the vendors that rent the rink to you, and I've discussed it with the design landscape architect. We'll provide you a flat surface, a place for the refrigeration equipment, all within the limits of the wires that connect the refrigeration and the piping that connect to the rink. So I think we have it figured out.
I really appreciate that. I appreciate you reaching out to the vendor. We are sort of tied to that location because there's a phase 3 generator that generates the power that's necessary for the chiller that freezes the ice, and that's located in the area. So there's some distance requirements as to how far you can put it, but
We're within limits.
that's perfect. So I would be requesting only that you grant authorization, we can place the ice skating rink there after consulting with Councilman Esposito, and that the city cover whatever electric expense for that 30-day period.
Josh, and that is around November, December? Right?
Yes, I believe the holiday, I don't know the exact date of the holiday parade, but I know that it usually happens before Thanksgiving. So it would be that same day and then run it for 30 days. Sometimes people will inquire why we don't run through Christmas. Most families, they want to spend time at home and during celebration. It just makes sense to end it before Christmas. So it's kind of the build up to the holiday Christmas.
Great. We did it before, you did it before, it was well attended, it was very successful.
Our first time we did it was at the Cascade Gallery, or not Gallery, I'm trying to remember, the Riverwalk. We did it there. That was a smaller ice rink. It was synthetic ice. We learned a lot from that experience, and then we moved it and did 2 years in that parking lot area. And we, Newcastle School of Trades, OTech, a lot of their students use it as a class experience. They build a frame. The instructors are out there. And then, of course, when we open it up to the public, we actually played a Winter Classic there one of the years. So we look to replicate the experience, and of course, we'll have the horse-drawn carriages and Santa and the flyers and all of that stuff.
FYI, the state tells us the bridge will be open in November.
That would be fantastic.
That would be
That would
fantastic.
be fantastic.
Get people, listen, the key is to get people downtown. This is a great way of doing it, so we appreciate it.
No, I appreciate it, and I don't know, are you guys granting me permission at this point, or?
No,
is there a vote?
We'll discuss it.
Okay.
It's rather academic, I'm sure.
The next meeting, they don't make it official at the next one, but I mean, they can tell you now.
Love to work with you, program stuff around it, and make a fun
I understand Paul Stevens is gonna open it, is that it? Yeah. All right, well, thank you very much. I
Thanks.
appreciate it.
Okay, under document agenda, I need a acknowledgement of prepared agenda, consideration of request to be heard. Request to be heard, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 here. 5 of them will be heard of the 6. The names of the people who filled out for council, who will be heard will be William Kuhn, Rachel Hansen, Jonathan Ross, Robert and Sharon Toy, and Tim Thomas. 1 will not be heard. This person, Mr. Arjo, you do not live in the city. Therefore, you cannot speak. Last time you were here, you spoke and you said that you lived at 930 Morton Street, or you had that home. You do not. We've done that research, and I don't know what address you put on here. Therefore, you will not be permitted to speak. So, I need a motion to accept public comments.
Motion.
Mr. Ritter move.
Second.
Second by Mr. Ward. Call the vote.
Mr. Ritter?
Yes.
Mr. Ward?
Yes.
Mr. Rogers?
Yes.
Mr. Esposito?
Yes.
Mr. Butler?
Yes.
Mayor Liscan?
Yes. Amendments to agenda, we will let those 5 people speak. I needed a motion to adopt the final agenda.
Motion.
Mr. Ritter moves. I need a second.
Second.
Second by Mr. Ward. Call the vote.
Mr. Ritter?
Yes.
Mr. Ward?
Yes.
Mr. Rogers?
Yes.
Mr. Esposito?
Yes.
Mr. Butler?
Yes.
Mayor Liscan?
Yes. So please come up, try to keep it to items on the agenda. Please come up and you have 5 minutes. The first person will be Mr. Tim Thomas.
Mayor, council, gentlemen, I apologize. Excuse me. I'm gonna have to delay my comments till another time. I shortchanged myself. I'm not prepared. I don't have all the documents, so I'm gonna have to cancel for this evening, but I appreciate it. And hopefully next time around I'll be better prepared.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Rachel and Sharon Toy.
My name is Robert Toy. I live
Robert.
Yes.
That's my handwriting.
I live at 13 East Lacey Street down in Newcastle, which is my hometown. I live on a one-way street, and this has been going on for probably a year and a half. People flying up the one-way street, it's clearly posted, do not enter, and they're still doing it. And I've been to the police station several times. My neighbor lives next to me, he's been cited twice and is still doing it. And just within the week, I've talked to 2 police officers. And they say there's really nothing they can do down there, because they can't sit down there and watch the one-way street. And I talked to my attorney, and he said to bring it to city council, since it is a one-way street and nothing's being done to stop it.
You mean vehicles are going
They're
the
going
opposite
up,
way?
exactly. And my grandson, I had my grandson down about a month ago, and he was going to get in my vehicle, and if I wouldn't have grabbed him, he would have been hit. Literally hit. I saw one video, I got like 200 videos of this happening. And my attorney said to come to city council and bring it up to city council, see if things can help me. And if nothing's gonna be done, then we're taking it further.
Well, obviously, our police can't be everywhere.
Exactly, I understand that, I understand that.
And I know they patrol it from Honeytown quite a bit. But you would have to refer this to our solicitors. If you take a video of a car going one way.
I have cameras up.
Would that be evidence, Mr. Miller, Mr. Orsat?
I have over 200 videos.
With better signage on,
What's that?
with better signage of the one-way
Yeah,
restriction
so
on.
I'm thinking, because I looked, and actually it happened today, a car pulled on the one-way street and seen it's a one-way, so it backed out into traffic and went down the street. I mean, it's not everybody that's doing it, but the sign, I think, setting too far back, and it needs posted on both sides of the road, because at nighttime, it gets really bad at night.
We can talk to Public Works about maybe adjusting.
Well, I just talked
talked to Amanda, I'm sure I believe the last name. She sent it over to Public Works in October. And I called Public Works from December to January, and I never got, they said, we'll look into it, and nothing's never happened. That's why I got an attorney. Because someone is gonna get hurt. Like I said, if I wouldn't have grabbed my grandson, he would have been hit. So that's why I'm pushing. So that's all I have to say.
We have pictures of the one-way sign.
Yeah, we have pictures of the signs and everything, so. Some of these people that are coming down through, they're going through the stop sign too. They're not stopping at the stop sign, they're coming down the stop sign and they're just swinging onto the street. And they're doing it at a high rate of speed. Like I said, I got it on video. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Mr. Ross?
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for allowing me to speak today. Most of
Jonathan,
you
state your address.
212 East Hillcrest Avenue. Okay.
You're on.
What I'm speaking about today has to do more overall generally about what this gentleman over here is speaking about.
Hold on. It's not picking you up on the recording. You can start over. I'm gonna try to at least. It shows this here. Turn it on. Just push that down. Yeah, it's not picking you up.
Okay.
Try to-
You're on.
Oh.
Just start over. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Alright. I'm Jonathan Ross. I'm gonna branch off what this gentleman was talking about just minutes ago. We're gonna talk about something that affects us all, that being our safety on our streets. When we're talking about police patrol and enforcement, people should be allowed to feel safe in where they live. When there's visible police presence, it doesn't just respond to crime, it helps prevent it. More patrols need quicker response time and strong community relationships. And I understand that police cannot be everywhere at once, but that doesn't mean that there can't be any. It's all about effectiveness. We need smart and consistent enforcement of laws that keep our cities, streets safe. Traffic violations, reckless driving, and repeated offenses should not be overlooked. When enforcement is predictable and fair, it builds trust and encourages accountability in our fellow citizens. Maintaining roads and enforcing in these areas is essential. It affects these emergency response times, local businesses, school transportation, and daily commutes. When these things are neglected, it sends a message that the local government doesn't care, or at least it seems that way, because obviously you do. Every dollar in the city's budget represents a choice that you make. It reflects what we value and what we're willing to invest in. Residents deserve transparency and clarity. Public safety and infrastructure are top priorities, and I believe we all think that. And the budget should be clearly reflect. The budget should clearly reflect that. It's all about balance and accountability. Make sure that the essentials are covered first. Safe neighborhoods and reliable infrastructure are a foundation of a strong community. In closing, I want to emphasize this. People don't expect perfection, but they do expect progress. They want to see action, not just promises. Safety needs to be ensured. More police patrol, stronger enforcement, better roads, and transparent, reasonable budget are the building blocks of community that people are proud to call home. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ross. Rachel Hanson?
Good evening, Council. Rachel, 1508 Aurora. I wanted to start tonight by thanking you for your support of the upcoming Earth Day event here
truly appreciate the city helping make this possible and for recognizing the value of creating spaces where residents can come together. I also want to personally invite all of you to attend. You should have a flyer in front of you. It'll be a chance for the community to gather, connect, and learn, not only about sustainability and our planet, but also about Newcastle's comprehensive plan and what the next 10 years could look like for our city. Our little slice of earth. On Monday, I spoke about economic development. Tonight, I'd like to shift the focus to community development, which I believe is just as, if not even more important. When reviewing the city budget, I noticed that funding for the Department of Community and Economic Development has decreased significantly over the past decade by about 65%. It now sits at a budget of $62,500, which is less than half of 1% of the total city budget. That places it among the smallest categories in the budget, just behind crossing guards and the parking garage. Within that $62,000 community and economic development budget, $30,000 is going to the Citywide Development Corporation, $25,000 is reserved for grant matches, $1,500 is allocated for advertising, and $6,000 is designated for a downtown event coordinator, New Visions, who plans the Riverwalk concert series in the Hometown Holiday Parade. Looking at this breakdown, it raised a broader question for me. What is our vision for community development in Newcastle? And are we investing in it in a way that reflects its importance? Community development is about more than grant dollars. It's about creating connection, shared experiences, and a sense of belonging. It's how people feel about where they live. To me, an event planner and designer for the last 15 years, events matter. They bring people together, they build pride, and they shape how people experience Newcastle. I've had the opportunity to be involved in local events, including volunteering at the Hometown Holiday Parade last year. Through that experience, I saw both the enthusiasm of the community and also the need for strong coordination and clear planning to support these kinds of events. If we are allocating funds for event coordination, it may be worth considering whether we have the right structure, resources, or dedicated expertise in place to consistently plan and support community events at the level our city wants and needs. Another important part of our community is our library. I know there have been a lot of recent concerns raised regarding communication, governance, and support for leadership from the board of directors of the Newcastle Public Library. Meetings have been closed to the public, and just this week, though the meeting was open for all to attend, no public comments were allowed. This is cause for concern because the library is one of our most important public spaces. Given that it receives public funding, over $70,000 a year from the residents of Newcastle, I think it's important that the city consider how they may be able to get involved and help ensure transparency and strong communication within the library for the residents that provide this funding. Lastly, I wanted to briefly mention the Communication Committee. The formation of the Communication Committee has been discussed since at least November of last year, and I think many residents would feel encouraged to see movement on it. Even something as simple as a quick update on social media can go a long way in building trust and keeping people informed. Overall, my intention in sharing all of this is to highlight opportunities. We often focus on infrastructure, and that's important, but the strength of a city really comes from its people. Investing in community, connection, and communication is just as critical to our future. And that's why I'll end where I began. I hope to see many of you and many residents at our Earth Day event next month. It's an opportunity to come together, learn, share ideas, and continue building a stronger, more connected Newcastle. Thank you.
Okay, moving on. Mr. Kuhn.
Will Kuhn, 314 Lower Cunningham Avenue. I don't think this is working, so I'm going to speak loud. First off, I'm just kind of curious. I'm pretty sure I saw Monday where a outside person that did live in the city of Newcastle spoke at these meetings. That's a little confusing to me. But hey, let me get into what I actually have to say. Should probably look into that, because I do believe that Tories should be able to speak, especially when a slippery rock mayor does. Hey, who am I? But my name is Will, and I'm here tonight as an individual. I'm going to skip through some of this because I ain't going to have time. And I know how we are very particular on cutting residents off when they try to, speak about their issues and things like that. But I want to address what the people are seeing. Mr. Rosano raised his voice at Mr. Moore. And I'm just curious, is that consistent with the values of the Newcastle Charter? Openness, empathy, professionalism? Because if that is how officials are speaking to each other, then what message is that really sending to the people sitting here watching? Alright? Is that the standard that should be carried through the whole room? Because I know that if I raise my voice and yell at somebody the way that Mr. Moore was yelled at, the gentleman right there in the back would escort me out of here. So the double standard on that, right? Now, doesn't the charter encourage participation? Because the public's perspective that it sends a message to people that are not being taken seriously. Unfortunately, most meetings I have been here and I spoke, the solicitor was on his phone. The whole entire time somebody's talking. Is that effective communication based off of what the charter states in the preamble? Or is that a disregard? Because I'm pretty sure people should have, he's looking at his phone right now, how convenient. I'm pretty sure that the people should get the ability to be heard and be taken serious. It's crazy that they're not. And as members of the table, to be sleeping during comments. Is that what the charter states? Is that what the charter states how you guys should be?
Who are you referring to?
Oh, okay, Stephanie then, I guess.
Who are you referring to?
Stephanie.
That was an AI-generated thing from social media.
It was on a news. It was the news.
I'm telling you, I'm not going to argue. You continue with your comment.
Now, I would like my 30 seconds back since you wanted to interrupt me.
You got it. Go.
Thank you. To respond and to represent them. Because the authority comes from the people, not the other way around. Now, I stood back here in October downstairs and said something very clear. That you guys have lost the trust of the people. Okay? And today I am standing here again saying nothing has changed. And that trust has been rebuilt. Has it? Absolutely not. Because people are not expecting perfection, but they are expecting respect. They are expecting accountability. And right now, they're seeing none of it. Yes. There was a question asked. Is there a better way? Oh, there absolutely is a simple better way. Follow the charter. Not just in words, but in action. Because accountability is not optional. Transparency is not a talking point, and respect for the people is not negotiable. It is a foundation of authority. And understand this, every one of you guys sitting at this table has a voice. And with that voice comes responsibility. Because every vote you take, every decision you make, every action you allow, you best own it. You do not follow the mayor. Everyone has a vote. You follow the charter. Now, because accountability is not shared when decisions are made, it is carried by each and every one of you. And you can see the people are doing, and what is being done to the people, they are being ignored. Meeting after meeting after meeting where residents have come here and asked you to follow the values that you swore to uphold. The people are done asking. We are doing exactly what the Constitution allows us to do. Taking our city back. Day by day, voice by voice. Because that is how accountability works. And let me be clear. This is my public comment. These are my observations. These are my opinions. And I am not here for debate. I am not here for correction. And I am not here to be interrupted. I am here to speak as it is my right. So there is no need for a response. Explanation, I got an extra 30 seconds. If you don't remember, I remind you.
I remember everything.
Or
I said
attempt
wrap it
to
up.
reinterpret what I've said. Because the people see it for themselves. And that speaks louder than any of you sitting at that table.
Give me a look. Come on. Every once in a while I hear some absurd comments, and every time that gentleman delivers up here, those comments are completely absurd. As if we don't understand the charter. Certainly understand the charter. I live it every day. We read it every day. I will discuss this charter verbatim, every word, to What
is that?
Yeah, you're
That's
done
the
talking.
charter.
I'm talking now. We heard your nonsense tonight.
I don't need an explanation, I said that in my speech.
Additionally, when you talk about trust of the people, you don't even know what you're talking about. We deal with it every single day. Every day we deal with it. And the people who really want answers, you know what they do? They don't hide behind social media. They don't. They don't come here and grandstand at the podium. You know what they do? They come in and see us. We're here every day. Every day. They come here and see us for answers. That's what they do. They don't hide behind social media. They don't come here and grandstand like you do.
And that's
So
why
let's
I'm here
move on.
today, Mark.
Let's move on.
That's why I'm here today, Chris.
That's why everybody's
So
here
let's
today.
go on. Under administrative comments.
Yeah.
You just got introduced.
Gentlemen. Something like this, Courtney.
Council, I'm going to provide some updates just for some of the projects we brought before council and the public in the last couple of months. Bear with me as I, this my laptop.
That's been going up and down all day.
All right, yeah, just some city updates. Oh, before I begin, I just want to address some things. Mr. Toy, I will work with, I'll get in touch with the Public Works Department.
I appreciate
Sorry,
it.
I was not aware of this, and do I, and I apologize for them not getting back to you, but it'll be corrected,
Thank you very much.
tomorrow morning. I think that's the only thing with that. All right, so some city updates. Obviously tonight we're going to be, council has up to vote for Shenango China project. So after tonight's vote, what we do expect and hope for is that the petition, what the council vote tonight will be to record the deed for Shenango China. I know this has been something for the last 30 years. We've been, multiple organizations, including the city, have been working on it to come up with this agreement. So we're very thrilled with it. And from an administrative standpoint, very excited about the opportunities that come with this. Some of the things that we can expect, in the near future is the Department of Environmental Protection will petition the courts regarding a consent decree, meaning that responsibility with the consent decree would not fall on the city. So safeguarding us from many of the legal battles that the previous owner had, we will be safeguarded from all that, which we currently are, but they formally petition the courts for that if the vote goes in the favor tonight. We've already taken some steps to secure that property in terms of some signage, put up new signage there for no trespassing to cover us. In addition to that, also under our insurance for the property that did not raise our premium or anything, so we're covered in those areas. As you all are aware, there was an EPA grant that was submitted. At this current moment, we have not gotten notice of it. I did get notice in terms of them receiving it and that the grant was there. Our partnership with Forward Lawrence and the consultants through the DEP assessment grant, the consultants Doug and Matt Perry, we worked together and partnered together to get that submitted on time. Our expectation, we anticipate receiving a word on that grant in the fall of 2026, which, again, another great opportunity for us. Multiple entities, companies have reached out, both of large manufacturing that can utilize a space like that and want to redevelop it. We've also had discussions with different organizations, RIDC, to learn more about the RFP process and look into other avenues. Obviously, we know the grants are very competitive, and this is a federal grant, so it doesn't just cover Pennsylvania, it covers the entire nation. In the event that we don't do that, we're looking in, doing research currently, myself and Samantha, are doing research in the other financial means to take care of that blight. Really want to give a big thanks to our local representatives and our state representatives who have all been in communication with me throughout this whole time. U.S. Senator John Fetterman's office and worked with me and got Senator John Fetterman to submit a letter of support. Our state representative Marla Brown also did a letter of support and is very excited about this project. State Senator Michelle Brooks and U.S. Congressman Mike Kelly. So I just want to give them a sincere thank you to each of them for being committed to Newcastle's economic development and the revitalization and redevelopment of this site. A couple other things on the horizon. We do have the Farrell Playground Park project going on now. As you can see, there's a small sketch in terms of what that's going to look like. This is the Elm Street designation. This has been going on for a few years, but we partnered with Dawn Services on this project. The existing playground, this is a collaboration between the city and Elm Street. And Dawn Services. The existing playground equipment will be removed, and that'll be removed by Public Works, so we'll go and take care of that aspect of it, along with volunteers that Kenny Rice have organized. They're going to work together to get that equipment out of there, and contracts and bids have already been awarded for the new playground equipment, and that's all going to be installed, by March 31st, weather depending on the weather. So we also it's also going to incorporate or include a new fence area, 3 new benches, and the playground will have the rubber safety asphalt surface underneath the playground. So there's a lot of amenities there for also special needs. It's a beautiful site. The color scheme is going to match kind of our local black, red, and gray theme. So it's going to be a beautiful site. And it's, again, a great organization and a group of people on the Lower East Side of Newcastle, or East Side Borough is what they call it now. It'll be a great addition to that community. The Sound Park is also going through some renovations. We have a master parks plan. And what our goal has been over these last couple of years is obviously the master parks plan is estimated, I believe, when it was done at that time, many years back, it was estimated for complete renovation of the Cascade, the Shawn, Gaston Park area was right around $4 million. So obviously it's really hard to get a grant to cover $4 million in the total the project that we want to do. So we've been chopping it down into bits and pieces, really trying to focus on certain areas to develop. The new dugouts are currently being installed, and the completion date is scheduled for April 1st of this year. That'll include the parking area, the area and it kind of wrapped around in yellow, some new ADA accessible dugouts, and I believe a restroom area as well. Also, for tonight is you all are going to be looking at the roof, the City Hall roof, and the Mahoney Town Fire Station. This has been a work in progress, and I'm happy, that we were able to accomplish this. In terms of funding, this is a large project, and we've gone through the ringer. All of us have worked together, tirelessly going to visit different sites and different locations. We finally settled on this is our location, this is our council chamber, and this is our public building, and we're going to make that investment into it. But tonight, the administration made a recommendation for China Roofing, who was the lowest bidder for that. This bid comes with a 30-year warranty on the roof. For City Hall roof is right around $258,000, and the Mahoney Town Fire Station is $98,000. We decided to bring those together with the great help of Councilman David Esposito, really looking at the value of it and the makeups of the building and the bids that went out. So that's going to be an area that we're excited that we can hit 2 birds with 1 stone in this endeavor. And this is all going to be paid by the general obligation note series that you all passed and supported in 2025. And then, in addition to that, with our roof, there is some masonry stuff. We did have a pre-bid meeting, and it was well attended. I mean, 6 or 7 sorry, There was many companies that came to visit us. You know, little kids, man, you coach basketball, and it comes out every once in a while. But many companies did come, so we're expecting some great bids here tonight, and we'll work to get that done. I believe we may come back to council for a special meeting so we can try to tee that up around the same time, so the work can be done. So that date and time is yet to be done. Excuse my typing, I missed the U and carousel. You get the point, right? Carousel updates, contracts have been signed with the state for the grant, so there was some time in there in terms of whose names were the signatories on the grant, so we completed that, that's in play now. Public Works Department is currently getting quotes on a new beam. We had some hurdles and obstacles to get over with that. Because of the age of the building, the building is over 100 years old, so there's been some, in terms of some of the things that need to be done, specialized fabrication. It's really hard to find the companies that we were working with prior to making the decision to go down this route and restore it. Disappeared, so it created some hurdles for us, but as of earlier this week, Brian Heichel, who's taking the lead on this, he has had great discussions with some companies who are looking into fabricating the beams required for it, and it may go in 2 phases where the beams are fabricated and installed, and then we come back to look at who a different company will use. They don't do both of the jobs. But in terms of funding, we do have some commitments from private donors. We have the commitment from, they've already received this funding, but the library, and then the $100,000 from the Green Waste Trail. Container Park, again, you've heard about it pretty much every meeting in the last couple of months, and it's an open discussion, and we're very excited. I think Josh left, but we're very excited for that. When the ice rink was here, it was a blast. At the time, my mom lived across the street in an apartment, and I just remember going out there and talking to folks. It might have been around the time that I was running for mayor or was mayor, but it did draw people from everywhere, and that's what we wanted. You know, Newcastle wants to be open to everybody. And I think that was the opportunity that the ice rink gave. So having an amenity and an opportunity for people to come and enjoy themselves. Now this is a concept, again, so we've had the public meeting, which was a great success. I think it was full just how it is today. A lot of great ideas. The design group and the architects are looking at all the information that was provided, and new sketches and things will be provided here soon. So they're just going through all that data right now to provide the updated stuff based on the response. But in terms of the timeline, it's a tight timeline, but we believe it's achievable. By June 15th, 2026 for the construction to be started, and the goal is obviously to have that completed by the time the parade, which is normally right before, right around Thanksgiving. Another great opportunity and a big project that we're working on is obviously the comp plan. The comp plan they've gone through numerous stakeholders meetings. They've had tons of discussions with groups throughout the community. We're at the stage now where they're finalizing the action plan, putting recommendations together to present the full plan and bring it before council, before moving into the zoning updates. This event, Earth Day event, Rachel passed out her flyers, and we're excited to partner with her and her group to do this Earth Day event. Spring's a hard time because there's not a lot going on and weather dependent, so there's not many big events going on. But Earth Day, again, Rachel had a great idea. She presented it to our contractors, Michael Baker International, and the city decided to work with them and roll out the city's comprehensive plan. Essentially, Michael Baker's going to be there. We're going to have speakers there, both Councilman Bogart and Councilman Esposito are going to be part of the panel, along with other community leaders and steering committee participants are going to be there to answer any questions and talk through the vision and the goals of the plan. Following the event, the final action plan for the comprehensive plan will be presented. So that's kind of their final thing in terms of before they bring it before council. So I'm excited about that. Mass communications, Mr. Ward, you brought this up, and it is something that I think everybody's brought up at some point. And obviously, this is in response to some of the questions that came up with our big snowstorm, with our power outage that we've had. We've been working diligently to find some avenues within the city and in partnerships with folks, different organizations in the community to address this. Yes, we agree that it wasn't, Facebook is not the answer. Facebook is not always the best way to get it out, and there's multiple channels. So we are working throughout. Samantha is taking the lead on this, and I truly appreciate everything she's done up to this point with reaching out to the school districts, reaching out to some of the aging and older senior citizens, like groups such as Challenges and maybe Lake Lawrence County. There's technology that they have that they work directly with seniors. But we really want to try to we want to branch out rather than bringing a system in on our own. We've looked into it, and the cost varies from anywhere from $6,000 to $12,000. So we're not sure if that's something that we want to do, but we're gathering all that information now to ensure that we'll be prepared for provide those updates and disseminate information to the whole community. I know you all have taken notice of our Facebook and our public relations. Again, thanks to Samantha and her work in gathering everybody. I think that was probably the biggest task. Even getting me to the table to discuss some of these things and what's happening in the city. You know, it goes from intergovernmental. Our vision is to work from intergovernmental, council, and the community. That's our three-pronged approach in terms of public relations and providing updates. So, gathering content from the public to share in terms of events. We've seen many things being posted. Rouse was posted the other day, so we're open to taking any of that, any types of events that we can support and share. Intergovernmentally, that's what department heads and what's going on in throughout the city. Whether that be road closures, whether that be special projects that they're working on, information in terms of what enforcement looks like and what our ordinances detail. Really trying to answer the questions for the public to try to give everybody a better understanding of what's going on. And also, obviously, council things that you guys have going on the council agendas and within meetings that we believe need further explanation and provide to the public. That's our area. That's what we're looking at providing through our social media and public relations. So that's our content creation and the continued reach. Schedule and launch our official Instagram page. We're working on that now. Obviously, we know people use different platforms, so we're using that, and that is scheduled to launch April 17th. Samantha is gathering information on that now. And some other things we're looking at, obviously multi-channel approach. We have also our website. So there's a lot to public relations. So our plan is to launch a new branded website, done more in-house. We're not looking outside at this current moment to purchase anything or to anything of that nature, but looking within our current website to update it and provide a clear message for our constituents. Community outreach and communication initiative, expand our digital outreach and strengthen the residents' engagement. Obviously, social media. Today I don't know if everybody agrees, but today was a successful coffee and donut opportunity. Folks got here right around 5 o'clock. The doors were open. I walked the rooms trying to eavesdropping a little bit to hear great conversations happening. One big area we're looking at, we really want to be, again, whether it's transparency or being open and being and meeting with with taxpayers, the residents of Newcastle. We want to provide that on a regular basis. So this was our first one, and you can look forward to in the summer of 2026. We're working on hosting a block party here, right at City Hall, where it's not just City Council and administration, but also Public Works, Police, Fire, Code Enforcement, Tax Office, all city employees are welcome and invited, and this will be an opportunity for the public as well to participate. But again, our goal is to improve communication, accessibility, and resident involvement with us. So So, thank you, those are some of the updates that we've been working on over the last several months. So, if anybody has any questions, feel free to speak with me afterwards. Thank you.
Chris, great job here. I have some comments on Sinead China, but I'll wait on the regular reports. But the mass communication is so important that it's had, especially in times of emergency. You never know when an emergency is going to hit. And to get that message out to our residents is essential. So, nice job, Chris. Okay, under fiscal and contractual transactions, I need a motion to authorize going out to bid for the CDBG curb grants. I need a motion.
Motion.
Mr. Wood moves, I need a second. Second by Mr. Wood, call the vote.
Mr. Ritter?
Yes.
Mr. Moore?
Yes.
Mr. Rogers?
Yes.
Mr. Spazo?
Yes.
Mr. Boothart?
Yes.
Mayor Liscan?
Yes, under receipt of bids, need a motion to authorize city clerk to open the bids for the city hall masonry contract number 2026-02. Motion.
Motion.
Mr. Wood moves. Second. Mr. Ward, I want to call the vote to open the bids.
Mr. Ritter?
Yes.
Mr. Moore?
Yes.
Mr. Rogers?
Yes.
Mr. Spazo?
Yes.
Mr. Boothart?
Yes.
And Mayor Liscan?
Yes. We have it.
Four. First bid. It's from Stevens Masonry Construction Incorporated. It was received on 3/18/26 at 3:28. So the base bid is $172,327 even,
117.
172. Option bid one, $17,641 even. Option two, $16,186 even. Option three, $50,313 even. Total bid, $256,467 even. There is a bid bond. Second bid is from Turbo Masonry. This bid was received on 3/19/26 at 8:54 a.m. Base bid, $149,500 even. Option one, $6,000 even. Option two, $10,500 even. Option three, $45,000 even. Total bid, $211,000 even, and there is a bid bond. Turbo? All right, third bid is Alex Restoration, received on 3/19/26, it's 12:08 p.m.
I'm sorry, who was that?
This is Alex Restoration.
Oh, Alex.
Base bid, $173,325 even. Base, or optional bid one, $7,965 even. Option two, $22,720 even. Option three, $54,925 even. Total bid, $258,935 even. Yeah, there's a bid bond. Last bid is from Graciano Corporation. This bid was received on 3/19/26 at 2:39 p.m. $5,000 even. Option 1, $13,950 even. Option 2, $33,950 even. Option 3, $57,650 even. Total bid, $270,550 even. And there is a bid launch. So,
Thank you. Under the super pay rock mix contract number 26-03, the most authorized city clerk to open those bids. Motion?
Motion.
Mr. Rick. Second. Mr. Roll call vote, open those bids.
Mr. Ritter?
Yes.
Mr. Ward?
Yes.
Mr. Rogers?
Yes.
Mr. Esposito?
Yes.
Mr. Dopart?
Yes.
Mayor Liscan?
Yes.
And we have, one bid for this, and it's from Lindy Haven. This bid was received on 3/17/2026, 11:11 a.m. Okay, price per ton is $77.60. For 250 ton, the total will be $19,400. And there is a bid launch.
The motion received and referred to administration for study and report back to council. Motion.
Motion.
Mr. Ritter moves.
Second.
Second by Mr. Ward. Mrs. Joy seconds the bids. Call the vote.
Mr. Ritter?
Yes.
Mr. Ward?
Yes.
Mr. Rogers?
Yes.
Mr. Esposito?
Yes.
Mr. Bogart?
Yes.
Mayor Liscan?
Yes. Under reports of officials, under regular reports, I'd like to make some comments on Shenango China site, if I may. The Shenango China site is under Council Bill 2026-02. From this road, the man who now owns the deed and that property. I want everybody to be reminded that this has been a 30-year process to acquire this site. Because the economic potential, as we all know, is so huge. For any investor, this property is attractive because of its nearness to water, the rail, and the highway access. I have to say, and give a nod of approval to Mr. Frye, Mr. Sass, because they worked endlessly these last few weeks, last couple months, to acquire this site. I have to say that I called on this situation a number of times to Mr. Frye to find ways to make this happen. And I called him at 11 o'clock at night, and Mr. Frye was sitting in his office working on this project. Attorney Paul Lynch also deserves some credit here. Attorney Paul Lynch brought Mr. Choi to the table and convinced him to make this deal, which is attractive for both him and for us. But let's make no mistake here, this I tell you. When these properties are up for sale, whether we sell them or whether we give them away, this council and this city will not be taken by any owner who believes that they're going to buy part of that property and just sit on it. That's not happening anymore. However we decide to market that area, whether we are selling it or giving it away, inside that contract will be timelines. That after amount of time, X amount of time, and that time will be decided by the city. If whatever we agree to is not accomplished, that property will be burned back to the city. The days of the city being taken by unscrupulous investors are over. Mr. Esposito shared with me some of the proposals that we'll be submitting to some of our prospective buyers. The request for proposal, RFPs, will be adhered to strictly so that whoever invests in this property will do exactly as they say that they're going to do, and also that they have the financial wherewithal to have this property. So we're very excited. This has been a 30-year process for us. I can tell you that when I became a councilman in 1988, this was going on then. And that's when Mr. Choi first got this property. Of course, we didn't know where this was going to go at that time. But for all that time, today it comes finally to a conclusion that we have control of this property. And And I'll tell you this, I'm very excited about it, and I'm sure you guys are all, and this city is very excited about it as well. Any other comments on it?
I got a couple things I want to touch base on. First things first, I want to, huge shout out to Mr. Wayne Michael, Mr. Hawkins, Mr. Frost, and Mr. Ross. These are students at our Newcastle area school district. They've been attending our council meetings, and I like you guys stay involved, stay engaged, and keep holding us accountable. The second thing I want to touch base on is, have y'all drove by 7-Eleven yet? Listen, what's wrong? You don't miss it. We need to do something with 7-Eleven. It's good just to have Brown Heights, some of the guys up there, Old Hatchet. There's about 8 foot by 8 foot. You're playing, what's that game you used to play with the frog, where you get hit with the car? Yeah, we're playing stronger up there. If we could just have the guys go up there and check it out up there. That's all I have. Thank you.
Is that on Highland?
Yeah, Holland.
It's a state road.
It is.
It's state road.
We'll go look at it.
Yeah.
If we have to, we'll communicate.
Yeah, you're right.
I better request them, the low cost, yeah, they happens all the time.
Yes. That's all I have. Thank you.
Yeah, but you're right, though, those young guys, they come dressed all the time in suits, they, very respectful, we need more young people involved, kudos to those guys, no doubt.
Thank you.
Okay, moving on. On the table, we move from the table, we have none on the new resolution. If, council, as you all know, if you vote against this, then you must state the reason. Need a motion to approve, resolution 2026-032, authorize individuals designated by the city charter to execute the bid acceptance form, accepting the bid made by the Toy Night in the amount of $500 for a repository property located at 915 Maryland Avenue. Motion to approve.
Motion.
Mr. Ritter moves, second.
Second.
Second by Mr. Ward, call a vote for that.
Mr. Ritter?
Approve.
Mr. Ward?
Approve.
Mr. Rogers?
Approve.
Mr. Esposito?
Approve.
Mr. Bidler?
Approve.
Mayor Liscan?
Approve. Resolution, I need a motion to approve resolution, -033, authorize individuals designated by the city charter to execute the bid acceptance form, accepting the bid made by Latoya McKnight in the amount of $500 for repository property located at Maryland Avenue. Motion?
Motion.
Mr. Ritter, second.
Second.
Mr. Ward, call the vote.
Mr. Ritter?
Approve.
Mr. Ward?
Approve.
Mr. Rogers?
Approve.
Mr. Esposito?
Approve.
Mr. Bidler?
Approve.
Mayor Liscan?
Approve. Motion to approve resolution 2026-034, authorize individuals designated by the city charter to execute the bid acceptance form, accepting the bid made by James Gunn in an amount of $500 for repository property located at 15 North Lee. Motion?
Motion.
Mr. Ritter, second.
Second.
Mr. Ward, call the vote.
Mr. Ritter?
Approve.
Mr. Ward?
Approve.
Mr. Rogers?
Approve.
Mr. Esposito?
Approve.
Mr. Bidler?
Approve.
Mayor Liscan?
Approved. Motion to approve resolution 2026-035, authorize individuals designated by city charter to execute the bid acceptance form, accepting the bid made by James Gunn, amount of $500 for repository property located at 17 North Lee. Motion.
Motion.
Mr. Ritter.
Second.
Second by Mr. Ward, call the vote.
Mr. Ritter?
Yes.
Mr.
Approve.
Ward?
Approve.
Mr. Rogers?
Approve.
Mr. Esposito?
Approved.
Mr. Bidler?
Approve.
Mayor Liscan?
Approved. Motion to approve resolution 2026-036, authorizing individuals designated by the city charter to execute the bid acceptance form, accepting the bid made by James Gunn in the amount of $500 for repository property located at Elm Street. Motion.
Motion.
Mr. Ritter, second.
Second.
Mr. Ward, call the vote.
Mr. Ritter?
Approve.
Mr. Ward?
Approve.
Mr. Rogers?
Approve.
Mr. Esposito?
Approved.
Mr. Bidler?
Approve.
Mayor Liscan?
Approved. Motion to approve resolution 2026-037, authorizing administration to spend $28,914.20 to purchase 10 new patrol rifles for the Newcastle Police. Motion.
Motion.
Mr. Ritter.
Second.
Mr. Ward, call the vote.
Mr. Ritter?
Yes.
Mr. Ward?
Yes.
Mr. Rogers?
Yes.
Mr. Esposito?
Yes.
Mr. Bidler?
Yes.
Mayor Liscan?
Yes. Motion to approve resolution 2026-038, authorizing individuals designated by the city charter to enter into contract with Triangle Roofing Incorporated in the amount of $357,000 for the city roof, $284,400, and the Mahoney Town Fire Station roof. That's for $98,600 for the roof replacement project. Motion.
Motion.
Mr. Ritter.
Second.
Mr. Ward, seconds, call the vote.
Mr. Ritter.
Yes.
Mr. Ward.
Yes.
Mr. Rogers.
Yes.
Mr. Esposito.
Yes.
Mr. Butler.
Yes.
Mayor Liscan.
Yes, motion approved, resolution 2026-039, authorizing individuals designated by the city charter to enter a lease purchase agreement with tax exempt leasing corporation on behalf of the city for the purchase of a new Kubota MX 5400 DQ utility tractor with mower for Sylvan Heights. Motion.
Motion.
Mr. Ritter.
Second.
Mr. Ward, seconds, call the vote.
Mr. Ritter.
Yes.
Mr. Ward.
Yes.
Mr. Rogers.
Yes.
Mr. Esposito.
Yes.
Mr. Butler.
Yes.
Mayor Liscan.
Yes, motion approved, resolution 2026-040, retaining attorney Brian C. Long as an attorney for the Fire Civil Service Board. Motion.
Motion.
Mr. Ritter.
Second.
Mr. Ward, call the vote.
Mr. Ritter.
Yes.
Mr. Ward.
Yes.
Mr. Rogers.
Yes.
Mr. Esposito.
Yes.
Mr. Butler.
Yes.
Mayor Liscan.
Yes. Under ordinance on the table, we have one, Council Bill 2026-02, and that is up for final action. I need a motion to remove from the table, Council Bill 2026-02.
Motion.
Motion to remove Council Bill 2026-02. Second.
Second.
Mr. Ward, call the vote. Motion to adopt Council Bill 2026-02. This will accept the deed to lot number 114 located in the 6th Ward in section 27 of the official survey map of the city of Newcastle. Motion to adopt.
Motion.
Mr. Ritter,
Second.
second by Mr. Ward, call the vote to adopt Council Bill 02.
Mr. Ritter.
Yes.
Mr. Ward.
Yes.
Mr. Rogers.
Yes.
Mr. Esposito.
Yes.
Mr. Butler.
Yes.
Mayor Liscan.
Yes.
You gotta call it in conscious to remove from the table. Now
Oh,
we gotta
call,
go.
that was to be removed from the table, I'm sorry, call the vote to adopt.
Mr. Ritter.
Yes.
Mr. Ward.
Yes.
Mr. Rogers.
Yes.
Mr. Esposito.
Yes.
Mr. Butler.
Yes.
Mayor Liscan.
Yes. And for introduction, I need someone to introduce, which will automatically table, Council Bill 2026-03, creating a handicap parking only space in front of the residence located at 224 South Liberty Street.
Introduce.
Mr. Ritter introduces, that will automatically table it. Anything on your new business?
No, but before we adjourn, I'm sorry, I just have to make a comment. I know that I should have made it earlier, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to be okay if I don't make a comment. I think, Mr. Kuhn basically brought this to the conversation about what happened on Facebook to Stephanie, and, I just won't sleep at night if I don't say what I have to say. I think that everyone needs to understand that these 4 people are employees of the city. And if you have any problems with them, these people up here should be the ones that have to be notified with concerns, and we will handle it. Humiliating and attacking and embarrassing a lady, and as well someone who does so much work for the city, it's embarrassing from, I believe, for me to feel that I have fellow residents that feel that it's okay to do that. I support Stephanie 100%. If I can double her salary, I would say publicly I would, because the amount of work she does is unbelievable. And if we don't realize what type of treasure we have, it is unfair that maybe we are not explaining how much work she does. And that's something that we need to improve upon. But it's not okay. It's not okay what they did, take her picture and create an AI generated video. I took it upon myself to go through endless meetings to make sure that I can pinpoint which is this video it's appointed to or resembles her. And it's not. There isn't not one. And if you can point it and you can send me the actual video from the clip of Newcastle News, or Rachel has been doing these meetings as well public for quite some time. I went through both and I could not find it. So again, I just can't stay silent and let that type of behavior happen. So I would encourage you, if you know who did it, or if you know people who are doing this, discourage them. We could be definitely more civil Again, council's here to handle these type of problems. If in that case you guys have concerns, then we should be notified and we should be told so we can hold them accountable. But humiliating and doing that type of things on Facebook, it's just not okay. I'm sorry, I just have to say it.
Well said, Ed. Well said.
Mr. Bogart? No, I'm not gonna talk to you. Sit down. It's nothing against you.
No, I wanted to sit down on that.
Sit down. Sit down.
Absolutely.
Sit down. I need a motion to adjourn this meeting.
Motion.
Moved.
Second.
Second by Mr. Ward. Call vote.
Yeah.